What kind of queen sends shivers down the spine of the most powerful empire in history? One who rides into battle in gold armor, stares down emperors, and makes Rome say, maybe we should negotiate. Yep, I'm talking about Zenobia, the badass queen of Palmyra who looked at Roman domination and said, not on my camel's watch. Let's set the scene. It's the 3rd century AD. Rome is in its midlife crisis era. Civil wars, plagues, inflation. Basically, if Rome had a therapist, this would be the time to book 3 sessions a week. And while the Roman Empire is busy stabbing each other in the Senate and setting their currency on fire, a desert kingdom in modern-day Syria is quietly rising like a spicy tabbouleh soufflé. Enter Zenobia, queen of the Palmyrene Empire. Educated, multilingual, fiercely ambitious, and absolutely done with Roman nonsense. Zenobia wasn't born royal. She married into the gig. Her husband, King Odaenathus, had managed to play both sides, supporting Rome while acting like an unofficial emperor of the East. Smart guy. But then, he got mysteriously assassinated. You know, ancient politics, always a bit stabby. And bam, Zenobia's in charge. Except, she doesn't play the grieving widow card. No, she rolls up her sleeves and takes control as regent for her young son. But let's be honest, she was more queen boss than babysitter with a crown. Now this is where things get spicy. While Rome's off arguing about who gets to be emperor this week, Zenobia starts conquering stuff. First, she expands into Egypt, Rome's breadbasket. That's right, she snatches Egypt like she's just cutting in line at Caesar's salad bar. Then she goes north, taking over large chunks of Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey. Within a few short years, her Palmyrene Empire stretched from the Euphrates to the Nile. Rome blinked and suddenly, wait, who is ruling half our empire? Here's the crazy part. Zenobia wasn't some warmonger. She was scholarly, philosophical, and incredibly well-read. She spoke Greek, Aramaic, Egyptian, and Latin, which is 4 more languages than most Roman emperors bothered to learn. She even claimed to be a descendant of Cleopatra. Yeah, the snake lady, but without the whole falling for Romans and dying dramatically thing. Zenobia was smart, strategic, and cultured, but she could also crush rebellions, lead armies, and scare the tunics off Roman generals. Now, Rome wasn't going to let this slide. By 272 AD, Emperor Aurelian, a no-nonsense, I-will-end-you type of guy, marched east to deal with Queen Zenobia. And to his credit, he didn't underestimate her. Zenobia didn't back down. She led her troops personally in battle. There are stories of her riding on horseback in full armor, commanding men like she was born in a war movie. But the Roman machine was just too big. After a few battles and a long siege of Palmyra, Zenobia was eventually captured while trying to flee to Persia for help. Bummer, right? But hold on. You'd think this ends with her execution, right? Nope. Aurelian, in a rare moment of, wow, respect, actually spared her. He paraded her through Rome, not in chains, but in golden chains. A weird flex, but okay. Then she was reportedly given a villa, married a Roman senator, and lived out her days in wealth and comfort. Zenobia went from warrior queen to Roman influencer with a vineyard. How's that for a plot twist? So who was Zenobia? A queen? A rebel? A genius? A threat to Rome? Yes, all of the above. She ruled with intellect, charisma, and pure desert steel. And when Rome tried to flex, she flexed back. Zenobia didn't just fight the empire, she nearly became one. If you found this story fascinating, terrifying, or just plain awesome, drop a like and subscribe for more insane true stories from history.